What is up guys, it's your favourite Scotsman Ryan here, and today I have a pretty epic collaboration for you guys. So I have teamed up with some of my YouTube friends and we are going to talk about our very first memories of gaming. So I got this idea from my friend Tomas, who published an awesome vlog on his channel, which I will leave linked down below if you guys want to check it out. So basically I will start it off by saying that I remember way back when the Amstrad was released because I'm old as but my favourite memory is probably when my parents bought me the Sega Saturn. Me and my brother used to kill each other on a daily basis, but when we got the Sega Saturn we became a team. We used to play things like Sega Rally, Virtua Cop, and honestly we spent hours and hours playing these games until we complete them, and it really helped us bond and become the strong brothers that we are today. So with that said guys, if you have any awesome memories that you would like to share, let us know down below in the comments section, as it would be pretty awesome to read them. With that said, I'll pass you over to the next one.
What's up guys, it's Ed from TechSource, and my first gaming memory had to be when my mom surprised me with my very first gaming console, the Super Nintendo. At the time the console came with Donkey Kong Country 3, and man was I addicted to it. I remember staying up till 3 AM playing the game, and I woke up 7 AM the next day pretending to be sick just so I can stay home and play more Donkey Kong Country 3, but my mom wasn't buying my performance. However, she did let me stay and skip school, so thank you, Mom. What can I say about the game though? I mean, it had the best graphics for its time, it had one of the best soundtracks, memorable characters, and the game was just fun. It was pure fun that also required some skill. I don't know how Nintendo did it, but they made some of the best games back in our time. What happened to you guys? But that is my first ever gaming memory. Thank you guys so much for watching, and a huge thanks to Ryan for putting this together. I'll see you guys later.
The first experience that I had was probably similar to most everybody. Now, this was the Nintendo Entertainment System. I remember this being my first experience of in-home gaming in a time where you had to have the system in your house to play it and also have friends with you to play multiplayer. I specifically remember spending a lot of time playing Super Mario and Duck Hunt. And that cartridge, I don't know if most of you remember that, you have to be in your 30s or mid-30s, was a cartridge that had Mario and Duck Hunt included. My next memory was of the Nintendo 64. Now this was my first experience of playing a game multiplayer, in the sense that it had 4 ports available so you could play with four of your friends. But the concept was that you all had to be in the same room. Now I remember fondly playing GoldenEye 007 and having to pack up my Nintendo 64 and having my other friends bring their controllers so we could all play in the same room. Now it's very different today because I can get online and play with anybody in the world, but that's what it was and that's what I remember, and it was awesome time. Now my gaming memories aren't just with one system, and that's because I had a progression through gaming as it advanced through the years. My final system that played probably the biggest role in my gaming experience and memories would be the PlayStation 1. And the reason behind that is because Resident Evil 1 was introduced on that system, and after playing that and Resident Evil 2, and I have very fond memories of playing that with my friends, working through the puzzles and all that type of stuff. Thanks for listening to my memories of gaming. I am Tomas, and I look forward to seeing you on my channel.
What's up guys, I'm Random Frank P, and if I had to pinpoint my earliest gaming memory, it would have to be when I was maybe like 5 years old. We were always at my cousin's house because my mom would babysit them after school, and I vividly remember him and a bunch of his friends hanging out and playing games like Mario Kart or GoldenEye on the N64, and then the basketball game on the Dreamcast even. And I would just sit there amazed at how awesome these games looked. And then whenever he wasn't there, I would sneak up to his room and play the N64 by myself and try to learn it, all while just getting destroyed playing GoldenEye and stuff like that. But it was always just so much fun, and it looked so real to me. They also gave me my very first Game Boy, which was that original fat gray one. And then that Christmas, my parents bought me a PlayStation. So that was my first gaming console, but pinpointing that earliest memory would be watching my cousins play N64 and sneaking up to his room and playing it by myself when no one was there.
Hi everyone, Matthew Moniz here, and my first true gaming experience or memorable gaming experience was definitely with the original Nintendo. Now I had an Atari before it, but the Nintendo stuck with me the most because I got it on Christmas. I was really excited, and this was a big graphical jump from the Atari. And I remember getting the game Contra with it. Now, if you don't remember Contra, if you've never played it, basically you're a guy, you have a gun, unlimited ammunition, and you just go around and start killing everything that comes in your path. And the best thing about it was that I had family over later on that night, and you could play it with another person cooperatively. So he would be one person, you'd be the other, and you both go around together and just shoot everything. What were their names? One guy was called Bill Mad Dogs, and the other guy was called, I don't even know how I remember that. Anyways, it was a fantastic game, awesome experience, but 2 weeks later, my Nintendo broke. My brother stuck cookies inside of the cartridge and completely broke it. I was angry as a fat kid. Not only was I angry that he broke my Nintendo, I was also angry that he wasted cookies. So anyways, that is my first memorable gaming experience. Thank you, Ryan, for having me on here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
What's up, YouTube? This is Saf from Super Saf TV on Ryan's channel, and one of my earliest gaming memories is on the Amstrad 464. Now, some of you are probably thinking, what the f***? And to be honest, I wouldn't blame you because this is talking a very long time ago. What's interesting about the 464 is that games used to actually be on audio cassettes. Some of you may not even know what those are. And loading times were huge. I mean, you're talking sometimes 15 minutes, sometimes even 30 minutes for some very basic 2D games. Some of the key titles that I remember are Magic Land Dizzy. There was a Thundercats game as well. And there's one called Ronald on the Ropes. I'm not sure why I remember that one out of all the games on there. And I remember playing these with my brothers, and although the times were very long for loading, they were a lot of fun, and I've had some great memories with that machine.
Hey guys, my name's Alex here with Techflow, and my first gaming memory was back in 2006. Now, before 2006, I wasn't a massive gamer until I managed to save up and buy myself an Xbox One. Pre-installed on my Xbox One when I bought it was a game called Marble Blast Ultra, and I absolutely loved it. Now, even for the time, the graphics weren't that good on this game, but this was my first ever gaming experience on an actual TV in the living room, and honestly, I was hooked as soon as I was on it. And around the same time, I managed to pick up a wireless adapter for the Xbox, and I didn't even know what Xbox Live was. I managed to buy a subscription, get myself on Gears of War Online, and when I figured out that I could physically play with other people online, young Alex was just blown away. So that was my first gaming memory. Thank you, Ryan, for having me on the show, and on to the next person.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Kevin the Tech Ninja, and my first memory playing video games is the same as my most fondest memory. What this memory was, it was playing Contra as a little kid with my brothers. Now, Contra was only a 2-player game, and there's 3 people to play, and they didn't want me to play, obviously. I was so young. So what they did was they gave me an extra controller and they plugged it into the dresser, like they put it into one of the shelves and closed it, and they told me that I was the bad guys they were shooting. Now for me, that was the coolest thing because I was the little brother always trying to cause mayhem and wreck things up, and then I was able to be the bad guys to do the same thing. And they sucked at the game too, so I ended up winning a lot. But it was one of those things that was super cool because it was like kind of the last time that we all played video games together. They were into sports. They were much older than me, and it was just one of those things they didn't want to hang with kid brother. So for me, guys, that was just one moment that I wish I can go back to. Hey, big shout out to Ryan for setting this thing up, and my name is Kevin, the Tech Ninja, and I'll holler at you guys later. Take care.
What's up, everybody? This is Danny, and my first gaming memory is a little bit shaky because I know I'm showing my age here, but my first systems were like the Commodore 64 and the Atari. I know, mad old, right? But I think my first gaming memory was from the original NES. I remember getting Mega Man for the first time, and I just couldn't stop playing that game. I mean, I was just trying to figure out how to beat the bosses, and it was a Sunday night, I remember. And I was supposed to go to school, but I remember my mom walking in and she's just like, what the hell, you need to go to school. And I never slept that night. I was just playing it all night long. And of course, like a typical Asian mom, that's how she grounded me, was just taking the Nintendo away for a month. So you can just imagine that I was just trying to play this game. All I wanted to do was play Mega Man, and I couldn't play it. I remember I was pretty pissed because by the time that I got that game back, everybody already beat it. You know, the Nintendo powers were out at that time, and I just couldn't enjoy it at the same time that all my friends did. So that's my first gaming memory.
Hey, what is up, guys? MKBHD here, and my first memory of gaming was on a PC. And I actually didn't play console games for a long time. My first console was the PS4, so that gives you a good idea of how little I played before that. Need for Speed Most Wanted. is that first game that I played a lot, sunk a lot of hours into, and got really into. It's this open world game, tons of driving, tons of challenges, racing, stuff like that. I didn't have a wheel for it or anything. I just got really good at using the keyboard and driving around, and that's like the first game that I really got into. And I've been really into driving and driving simulation games ever since. Forza, future Need for Speed games, etc. But Need for Speed Most Wanted was the sort of gateway.
So guys, I hope that you enjoyed the collaboration. I really enjoyed putting this together and hearing my friends' stories. And as I said, if you have anything to share, just let me know down below, and don't forget to smash that like button. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, as we have loads of awesome content coming up, from PC builds to peripheral reviews and all that good stuff. As always guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe, be kind to each other, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace!